I'm just saying, hey.
Knock the rust off, brother.
But we're going to come at you tonight. We're this year, 2023. We're going to keep the featured artist going. But before we get to the featured artist, because there's a twist with the featured artist this year, and I love it.
Okay.
So, and they don't know about it. It's awesome.
Love it when you keep it fresh.
Let's dive right into this. This is not mine. This belongs to this guy right here. We're going to look at Rolling Stones.
Oh, you're going to hate this one even more.
Best singers of all time. Now, Rolling Stones put out a list of 200. We are not going to go over all 200 because we will be here until July. We're not going to do that. So here's what I want to do, fellas. You like that, fellas? We're going urban on this show now. So
our pronouns are us and us.
We're going to start at number 20. We're going to go from 20 to 1. I want to get from 20 to 11. Let's just go through them real quick. Not a whole lot of discussion on those. And then we'll hit.
What's the list again?
It is singers of all time.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. And so we'll go from 20
I think
to 11.
I've heard the controversy on this list. So let's do it. Let's get into it.
When we get done with this, we're going to jump into the 9 snubs that were left off this list.
All right, let's do it.
All right, number 20. And keep in mind, I have not read this list. Joel sent it to me. I have not looked at it. So I'm going to be just as surprised as y'all are.
Right on.
I purposefully did not look at this. I looked at the 200 to 190, and I just stopped reading because I was like, this is bull crap.
Number 20. Here we go. Diving right in. Number 20 is Marvin Gaye. Okay. Number 19. The list is already bullshit. The list is already bullshit. Number 19 is Frank Sinatra.
He's only 19?
He is only 19.
Because this is Rolling Stone.
I tell you what, Rolling Stone. Oh, my God. Okay, number 18, Celia Cruz.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know which is a good place for her. That 20 to 30, 40 spot. That's perfect.
How do you spell her name? Her first name?
Celia is Celia.
Okay.
Last name Cruz, Cruz.
Yeah.
Number 17.
Oh, I know who she is.
Yeah. That's a good spot for her. That's not a bad spot. I'd be okay with that.
So what y'all have done in the past, I'm stuck on Sinatra at 19. The fact that this dude at 17, and I know we're not having a conversation here. Number 17 is Elvis Presley. He doesn't belong in front of Frank Sinatra. I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, he doesn't belong at 17 either, but
he does. Yeah, he doesn't belong at 17.
I agree. Number 16. This list, this effing list, is Prince. Okay.
I don't know if I'd have him that high.
Oh,
that's a discussion for later.
Okay.
15, Bob Dylan.
Absolutely should be lower.
Yeah,
he is a songwriter. He is not a singer.
So wait, this is the top 200, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
he should be like 200.
Well, I could see him.
We started on number 20, bruh.
Yeah.
Well, this hot take right here. The reason he's this high is because not just because of Bob Dylan, but there's no Rolling Stone without Bob Dylan.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Rolling Stone came out when Bob Dylan and all those people that are like Bob Dylan, they all were making it big. And that's how Rolling Stone made their name, covering artists such as Bob Dylan. So there's no Bob Dylan, or there's no Rolling Stone without Bob Dylan.
100%.
That's why he's that high.
They've always had a hard on for him, but I get it.
Yeah.
He's a songwriter.
He's a terrible singer.
He is a okay singer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm about to not read any more of the list because number 14 is, come on. Freddie Mercury is at 14. Okay.
Should be higher.
You know what? I'm okay with number 13. Number 13 is Patsy Cline. Okay.
Yeah.
A top 20, sure. I'll give her that. Number 12. Okay, John Lennon. I wouldn't say he's a great singer.
I wouldn't put him above Freddie Mercury or Marvin Gaye or even Elvis or Sinatra.
Yeah.
He's a great songwriter.
God, we're going to be here forever.
We're
only doing the top 20.
Dude, okay, and then yeah. Okay,
and I agree with y'all, and I am a huge Beatles fan.
Okay, number 11. This is where
there were two other better singers in the band than John Lennon.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well.
And then number 11, this is where we're done with the blaring through it.
That's not even including George Harrison.
Yep.
Number 11 is Little Richard.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you finally got it.
Shut up. No, continue on. Just skip ahead.
Number 11 is Little Richard.
I can see why they put him that high.
I have no problem.
I mean, I think, especially if we were to go back and look at others in the list, I could probably make an argument for people we've already heard being in front of Little Richard, but whatever. Again, no Rolling Stone without Little Richard.
Now we're going top 10.
Let's do it.
Number 10, Al Green.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
I think we're going to see a trend here. Okay. I just have this feeling we're going to see a trend.
Because we're going singers. Again, this is specifically singers. This is not necessarily musicians or songwriters. This is
right.
Straight up singers. Number 9, Otis Redding.
He's a great vocalist.
Sorry, I've already read ahead to number 8. Yep. No. No. This list is absolute bullshit. No. Number 8. I'm sorry. Otis, I'm sorry. We should have given you more airtime, but we have to go to number 8. I don't agree with this. Number 8 is Beyonce. No.
I will be zooming in on Fisher's face when you say that.
Absolutely not.
Look, she's a great singer, but if she's on this list ahead of Mariah Carey, then I'm going to be upset. That's all I'm going to say.
Celine Dion.
I'm going to be upset. Yeah, right. Celine Dion.
Let's get to number 7. I am okay with number 7. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
He belongs in the top 10, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, just as a vocalist, 100%. Yes.
Number 6, Mr. Ray Charles himself. That's a stretch for me. Even he's an icon. I get it, but I don't know. I guess it all depends on who 5 through 1 is. But at the same time,
well, you have to realize on those early recordings, if you watch the documentary or biography on him or whatever that Jamie Foxx did, like there was tracks to where he layered all the backing vocals. So he was a sick singer.
I'm down.
So I see him and Stevie Wonder in the same plane. Like they're the same.
Dude, I still can't get over Sinatra not being in the top 10, dude. I'm sorry, I can't.
White.
Okay, here we go.
Wow.
We are going top 5. We are now at number 5. Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Number 5.
I don't think she should be that high, but okay.
I agree. She
did beat out Beyonce.
She's got in front of Beyonce, but I have a feeling Celine Dion's not in this top 10.
To me, Mariah Carey should be at like 10. That's my
opinion. If that high.
Sure. Beyonce? Okay. Let's just go to number 4. Okay. Number 4, Billie Holiday.
Okay. I have no problem with that. As long as Ella Fitzgerald and Aretha Franklin are above Billie Holiday. I love Billie Holiday, but
I doubt that. But
I have a feeling we've only got 3 more. We've only got 3 more spots. I'm going as he says the name, I go up. So I'm following along, but I don't know.
Okay. Before we move on, do we want to take a guess at possibly who could be?
I would imagine Michael Jackson's going to be in the top 3.
I think I like that. Joel said a name. I think Aretha Franklin will. Aretha has to be in the top 3. If Aretha Franklin is not in the top 3, Rolling Stone should be shut down as a company altogether.
They should have been shut down 20 years ago, but whatever.
Okay, not okay.
Yeah,
but I like
at
the
least
Michael
20
Jackson.
years ago.
I like the Michael Jackson pick.
Okay.
I like Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
As far as the third one goes,
Ella Fitzgerald.
Sure, we'll go.
Why not? Why not?
Okay, let's go number 3. Here we go. Number 3, Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke, like he's recent, right?
Not Sam Smith. Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke from like 1957.
Yeah, like his big hit that you'd remember is "You Send Me."
Yeah.
I like the picture I'm looking at. It looks like he just got done exhaling out of like a massive cigarette or something. That's funny. All right, so top 2. So we're Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Number 2. Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about this one.
Whitney Houston. Okay.
I forgot about it.
Okay, she had pipes, man.
It's not. You can't be mad.
It's hard to argue.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue.
The chick could sing. All right, so who's in front of Whitney? I'm going for it. Number 1. There she is, Aretha Franklin.
I at least got one.
Golly. Okay.
So the top 10, all black.
Yeah,
all black.
I mean, there's Mariah Carey.
Okay, so 9.5.
Yes, that is correct.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
You never hear anybody say, "Hey, I want to sing with less soul." So I mean, I'm not offended by that at all. Like, I wish I had grit and stuff in my vocals. Instead, I was blessed with
the ability to play guitar.
Yeah.
All right. So
exactly.
That was the top 20 best singers of all time, according to Rolling Stone.
The fact, and I'm glad you brought her up because I completely forgot about her. But the fact that Celine Dion was not in the top 20, let alone in the top 10, that is complete and utter bullshit.
Here we go.
She deserves to be right up there with Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston.
We're going to go straight to the next list.
And I don't like her music. But you can't deny her talent.
Oh, dude, she's clearly one of the greatest female vocalists of all time. Okay, we are now going to go to 9 snubs from Rolling Stone's list of 200 greatest singers.
Who are these 9 snubs according to?
No, they're not included in the list at all. They're not in the 200 at all.
Right.
No,
but according
who's putting this out?
Who put out the 9 people that they didn't include? Did Rolling Stone say, "Hey, here are 9 people that we didn't include in this list"?
It was after the 200 list was out. A bunch of people put out list on 9 people, and they had. I just picked one of them, but like they're all the same.
Gotcha.
So here I think I'm going to scroll through these correctly. The scroll through on this is weird.
It should be a little arrow on the right.
Yeah, with the pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. First one, son of a bitch, because I haven't looked at this yet. Are you effing kidding me?
Go ahead.
Hang on, I have to catch my breath.
This is our minutes of preparation right here,
bruh.
This is the whole reason why I gave this list.
This person isn't on the 200. Fisher, get your shit. This is Celine Dion is on the snub list.
You're effing kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. She's the first freaking one I'm looking at.
Not anywhere in the 200 at all.
She is snubbed from the 200. Celine Dion is not, according to Rolling Stone, a top 200 singer of all time. Rolling Stone can lick my sweaty taint.
So I saw this, and the first thing I saw was Celine Dion. I didn't read the rest of it, and I was like, I'm saving the rest. So I don't know anything. When y'all said Celine Dion, I just started laughing internally because I'm like, It's asinine. It makes no sense and I don't even like her music. I hated it when it was out fresh and new. My heart can go on. I mean, but she's a great singer.
I saw a video on YouTube. I wish I could remember the channel right now, but he was talking about basically the power stance when you sing. And I can't remember what song it's like her most popular song. It's not from Titanic, but God, what is that?
Yeah, it's a ballad.
List some of her hits, Joel. Since you have that encyclopedia.
I knew you were going to ask me. My knowledge.
Well, I'll look it up. Anyway,
there's a ballad that she does that was like, other than My Heart Will Go On, there's another ballad she does that's a big one.
All by Myself. That's the song, All by Myself. And that part at the climax of the song when she goes, I don't know if she goes up a half step or a whole step. I don't know. But the video I was watching, the guy, he's the next Rick Beato, basically. And he was talking with his mom, who's a vocal coach. And she was like, no one does it like Celine Dion. When she gets into that power stance to hit that note, right? And you can see, like, as she's singing, you can see her body build up because she sings with her whole body at that point.
Yeah.
And the fact they left her off this list should invalidate their opinion on anything music from here going. Not that I put a whole lot of stock in what Rolling Stone thinks about music, because they stopped being music 35 years ago.
Yeah.
They've always been political, but they hit that hard political bent probably when we were, in high school. And they've just leaned into it ever since. And I think this list kind of reflects that with the top 10. And I'm not saying that those singers in the top 10 don't deserve to be on the list, but at the expense of Celine Dion, that's
just the first one, Fisher. We haven't done the other 8.
We have 8 more.
Okay, I'm going to scroll through because I feel my blood pressure going up.
Okay, so what's the rest of them?
Okay, so the next snub. Let me move it over. Okay, Pink. Okay,
I would put it in the top 200. I don't know how high on the top 200, but I'd put her in it.
Well, this isn't an argument on where you'd put them. This is just the fact that they weren't on the list at all. Like, they're not in the top 200 at all.
Well, like if we were to go back and do singers 200 to 190, I'm sure there's probably 2 or 3 in that range that I would feel comfortable taking off.
So I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to go and see who number 200 is.
I already have it pulled up.
Okay, you have it pulled up. Who is number 200?
Rosalia.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, number 199. You'll know this one, Fisher. Glenn Danzig.
Wait. Wait.
Yep.
Okay, Rosalia is a Spanish singer.
Yes.
I don't know who she is.
She is popular right now. So you have Glenn Danzig at 199. At
Glenn Danzig. He's a good singer, especially for the type of music that he sings, but he doesn't deserve to be on the top 200.
Or at least in front of the Celine Dion. Billie Eilish is at number 98.
She doesn't deserve to be on the list either.
No.
Number 1, I'm just going to go through these quickly. 197 is Burna Boy.
No, I don't know who that is.
196 is another one that you'll recognize. Paul Westerberg. He was a big 90s alt guy. 195 is Polystyrene. Number 194 should be way higher than this. Kelly Clarkson.
What? She's only 194?
Yep. Brandy is 193.
She's only 193?
192 is a lady named Anani.
Oh, whatever. I don't.
And then rounding it out, which this is going to be Fisher's favorite one, is 191 is June Cook from BTS.
Right on. Okay, so with the exception of Kelly Clarkson and Brandy, take any of those people that he just named and put Pink in their spot.
Sure.
Because I think Pink deserves to be somewhere in that area, maybe in the 180s, but all of them in front of Celine Dion.
Yeah,
I bet you Kelly Clarkson would say that she doesn't deserve to be in front of Celine Dion.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
I'm going to the next one that's been snubbed. Okay. Yeah, Justin Bieber. Bye. Okay, I'm okay with that.
He's a better drummer than he is a singer.
And so,
have you seen him play drums?
Yeah.
Dude can hit the skins.
Yeah, it's just funny. Not what I was.
All right, yeah. So long for Bieber Nation. Goodbye. All right, let's go to the next one. I don't even want to give him more airtime. Let's see. Really? Jennifer Hudson.
Yep.
Really? The chick can sing.
She can.
Ooh.
But is she better than? Well, she's better than any of the.
Is she better than those 8 people you said to take off out of the top or the bottom 2?
She's better than Billie Eilish for sure.
Holy hell. Jennifer Hudson can freaking sing, dude.
Yep.
Wow.
Billie Eilish just mumbles.
This is true.
Rolling Stone is yeah, no. Okay. I'm going again. I want to get through this because I'm getting pissed.
Hey guys, I think we should blood pressure is raising. I think we need to take a quick pause.
All right, so let's just jump right in, and we're going right back into this list because I want to get through this and get on to featured artists because I'm already pissed off enough, and I'm sure my TV will be broken later when the Cowboys play the Bucks. So here we go. All right, the next one.
He ain't lying.
Wow. Okay. Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
But was she really?
I mean, I guess it would depend on what the rest of the list looked like. But I
would put her on the list. Billie Eilish is kind of like our is this person better or worse than Billie Eilish, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Janet Jackson, let's keep going.
So but to recap, the snubs have been Celine Dion,
Pink,
Bieber,
Jennifer Hudson,
and
Janet Jackson
and JJ. All right,
dude, they left an icon off the list.
Of course they did.
Tony Bennett.
Yeah. He's an icon, man.
These sons of bitches. Oh my God.
Well, okay. Let's kind of think about it objectively if we can. It will all depend on, is Michael Bublé on the list?
Don't know.
No.
Right. If Michael Bublé is on the list, we already know Frank Sinatra's on the list. I mean, how many more singers of that? Well, I mean, they put a whole bunch of R&B artists in the top 10. So,
well, dude,
I mean, you got
and Chet Baker, a trumpeter, is on the list.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
moving
on to the next guy.
Is what? Oh God, why can't I think of her name? The chick he did the duet with.
Lady Gaga. She's on the list.
Wait. I thought he did a duet with Winehouse too. That's what I was thinking about.
He did one with Winehouse. I don't know if she's on the list.
All right. I'm moving. Oh, this one will be interesting to see what y'all think. Madonna has been snubbed. I wouldn't say she's a great singer.
She was a performer.
She's a performer.
But based off of some of the other people that are on the list, as far as
she's definitely better than Eilish.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. She's definitely better as a singer than Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay, I'm done. I'm not going on anymore after this one because no.
Well, this is the last one, isn't it?
It might be. I don't even know. This is absolute bullshit. Rolling Stone. No. Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here, Rolling Stone. Nat King Cole has one of the most pure olive oil voices that there is.
Yeah.
Like
Amy Winehouse did make the list, by the way.
She should have.
Kidding me.
Yeah.
Nat King Cole is easily a top 100. Easy.
Top 20.
I mean,
if not top 15.
Oh my Lord. Okay,
based on some of the people that we heard in the top 20, he's miles ahead of Bob Dylan.
There's one more. They added one more after Nat King Cole, and then this is it right here. We'll finish the list off and move on. Dionne Warwick.
She was a great singer, man. The 70s, 60s, and 70s, and early 80s, man.
Diana Ross on the list?
I haven't seen her yet. I'm going through very quickly. I haven't seen her though.
Because if you're gonna put Diana Ross on the list, you got to put Dionne Warwick.
Rolling Stone is a bunch of bull.
They are.
Like, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna make a comparison.
The Bieber, and the Eilish picks, and the other picks just like them are there to get the younger people to read their bullshit.
So I'm going to make the comparison. The comparison, because we listened to David Gilmour earlier. So if we were to like read a list, that would be like leaving a David Gilmour off the list, in my opinion. He's got to be on the list somewhere if we're talking about greatest guitar players.
Yes, greatest guitar players, yes.
You've got to put, I'm not talking about vocalists. I'm talking about like guitar players. That's like leaving him off. Leaving a Celine Dion off is like, oh my God. Leaving off
Van Halen.
Yes.
I looked through the list. I did not see her name on here.
You didn't see Diana Ross?
But it did. I was kind of more curious of like the singers that we like Chris Cornell. Things Lane Staley is not on the list, which that doesn't necessarily surprise
that there's not a lot of alternative.
But Kurt Cobain is on there. Chris Cornell is on there. Eddie Vedder is on there. So they did do some things right. Bob Seger is like 180 something. But he's a great. This is my thing. When you are going to like Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World has no trumpet on it. He is known for his vocals. But like a Chet Baker, if you ask 20 people that do music, everybody is going to. Now, I know he sang, but he wasn't known for his singing. He was known for his trumpet playing. Like, those are the things. And the other thing is, okay, Billie Eilish at 190 something. I'm fine with that. Some of these newer singers, Justin Bieber, whatever. But like, how do you leave off Celine Dion and these other ones that have been around for
Cole?
And Nat King, I mean, when you guys said it the other day, when we did our Christmas special, it's not Christmas until you hear certain songs, and Nat King Cole is one of those. And Nat King Cole even had a hit in the 90s with Unforgettable with his daughter.
Right.
So, it is.
How do you leave her off the list?
I didn't even see Ella Fitzgerald on here. Now, I could be wrong because I wanted to kind of scroll through it pretty fast. But like, why Aaliyah put out one album? Was it one album she put out? And she's something number like 40 on the list. I mean, that's the stuff I don't get. Like, okay, she was a great talent. Jeff Buckley put out one album and he's 131. And I think Jeff Buckley is a way better vocalist than Aaliyah is. I mean, that's the stuff that kind of just boggles my mind. I'm not too upset with the top 10 overall, but I do think it's just very, except for Beyonce. Beyonce is a good vocalist. She's not top 10.
No.
So it's just.
Yeah, Aaliyah put out one album.
Yeah. Okay, I was right. Yeah, One in a Million, I believe. Is that what it's called?
One in a Million.
Dang it. I can't believe I couldn't pull out Celine Dion. Okay, so we all agree this is bunk. This is
Rolling
BS.
Stone sucks.
Okay.
And so there's
a reason that people don't take them. I don't think they're taken as seriously as they used to be. Right? Like if you back when we were kids in the 80s and in the 90s, like Rolling Stone is where you went to get, like, you wanted really good insight on what music's important, what music is good, right?
Yeah.
Rolling Stone was it. And then towards the late 90s and then into the 2000s when they started getting more, I say more political, like I said earlier, not that they've always been political, because they were born out of the 60s. But when that was the majority of what they wrote, and then music became secondary, kind of like MTV, right? When MTV went more reality based and eventually just dropped music from their name altogether, like, who in the music world takes them seriously? I mean, we're like on the very, in Star Wars terms, we're in the outer rim of the right of the music world. Like, we're just three guys who talk about music, with some form of musical knowledge, right? We're not in the business.
Yeah.
And if we don't take especially myself, if we don't take Rolling Stone seriously, how seriously do the guys in Metallica take Rolling Stone? Or I know Eddie Trunk can't stand them. He holds them in the same regard as he does the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well, I think we have a pretty good mix because I think you're very much a purist. Back in the day, I'm kind of the other side to where I'm pretty open to listen to anything, and I'm willing to go, oh, this is the best of. Okay, I'll give Bad Bunny a chance. Like we're and then I think Gurfers, I think you fall kind of somewhere in the middle. Like you're kind of traditionalist, but you're also kind of like, oh, I heard this one song that's my son, played me this song.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I think we have a pretty good mix.
So and
the reason I'm saying that is I think the reason that your point is so valid is I'm not disagreeing at all. Like I 100%. And that's where, because typically you'll have an opinion and I'll go, well, I don't know. This is 100% a situation where all three of us are like, they got it wrong. Like, and not just in order wrong. Like, oh, Sinatra should have been early or this or that. Like they got it wrong. Like there was like people that like Pink should be on that list. She is a dynamite vocalist.
Right.
Celine Dion, Nat King Cole, like all of those people should be on that list. I mean, if you released one album, I mean, you better be an amazing vocalist.
You better be a Jeff Buckley.
Yeah, Aaliyah was great. I listen to that song every once in a while. Love it. 1 in a Million, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I could show you 10 other people today that sing just as good or better than she does.
Right. Well, and I think with the singers in the, what's the word? I guess in the range of, or they're more in the zeitgeist, like a Billie Eilish, right?
Good word.
What, zeitgeist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look that up, kids. I mean, they're current, and like I said, I think you may have been walking your lady to her car. I don't know. I don't remember, but
being a gentleman.
Those people are on the list to get the younger people to read, right? They have to stay. I understand that. Right, I understand they have to stay relevant to a younger crowd, or eventually they're going to die off because, who listens to three old farts like us, right? Not the kids, definitely, but to say Billie Eilish is a better singer, I mean, I know music to an extent is subjective, right? It's up to the listener, but it's pretty objective to sit there and say that Celine Dion is a better singer than Billie Eilish. I bet you if you sat down and you asked Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish would say she's a better singer than I am, and she deserves to be on this list.
Yeah.
Every single one of those people, even Justin Bieber, right? Justin Bieber can sing. He's a better singer than Billie Eilish. As much as we may not like his music, there are millions of people out there who do.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a better singer than Chet Baker.
Right, and I understand
and Chet Baker's on there with his trumpet.
And I understand that people like Chet Baker, they're on the list for people like you, Joel, who how you got to have a the get off my lawn. Oh, I say more people like me.
Yeah,
get off my lawn, people, right?
Yeah, but you got to have those people that brought in the current crowd, and Chet Baker, Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, all those people spoke into that.
But
Buddy Holly's on the list, and he's high on the list. Why? He is not a good. He's an okay singer.
Because Buddy Holly he came out with the Elvises and the Little Richards, right? Like, why is Little Richard as high on the list as he is? He shouldn't be.
But he is a great. I have no problem with that because he is a great singer. Now,
is Jerry Lee Lewis on the list?
I didn't see Jerry Lee.
Well, what about James Brown?
I didn't see James Brown. But I was going.
How do you not have the King of Soul?
Well, I'm just saying I went through it pretty fast. He may have been on there, but
But that's my point, right? When you say Buddy Holly is on the list, why? Right, that immediately brings to mind how many people did we just rattle off? 4 or 5, right? And the problem I have with people like a Justin Bieber or Billie Eilish, more so Billie Eilish because she's more recent. But what have they done really? Like, compared to these other people that were left off the list, like a Celine Dion and a Nat King Cole, like, have they laid groundwork for the people behind them, right? Because without a Celine Dion or a Nat King Cole, you don't get without a Celine Dion, you probably don't get like a Kelly Clarkson or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, those are the people who, to me, to be a great vocalist and to be on this list, you have to have laid the groundwork for artists behind you.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't see Justin Bieber or Billie Eilish doing that yet. I'm not saying that they won't. I'm just saying that they haven't done it. They're too recent. Billie Eilish more so than Bieber. Bieber's been around almost 20 years now, and he's a decent enough singer, I think. Maybe to be like 195 to 200 somewhere in there, but so. If Paul McCartney's on the list, he's lower on the list than John Lennon.
Yeah, he is on the list.
And if I was joking, George Harrison is way better singer than Ringo Starr.
Thank you. Golly.
I did that I was wondering how long
it took me a second. It took me a second because I was involved in Ryan's rant, but then all of a sudden it hit me and I'm like, oh. But I mean, he sings well too. But I think the thing that kind of bothers me, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, because I really do want to kind of move on, because this is something that has been frustrating me, because I knew Celine Dion, but I didn't know the other ones. But, when I was younger and I'd get like my Guitar World magazines, or I did have a subscription to Rolling Stone and all that stuff, there was a certain level of like an homage paid to those in the past. And so when I would get some of those lists back in the day, you would have some of the newer artists, but they would also make it a point to be like, Stevie Wonder has been around for decades, and he's changed music for decades. And there is a certain, you may like this new person that's a musician, but they came from this person. And so you really need to appreciate that. So even though they were introducing the new crowd, they were always kind of giving ownership to the people there before and saying, hey, if you like these guys, you need to check out these people that laid the ground.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas now I really feel, and I think, when I stopped my subscription about 2-3 years ago with Guitar World, but I realized that they were so stuck in the past that they didn't embrace the future. And now that magazine is just falling apart. And I think with like Rolling Stone, the reason they're doing some of the things they're doing is because there is a little bit of a wokeness. there is a little bit of a, I don't want to get into a political thing, but I think that like some of their
Rolling
choices,
Stone's been woke before woke came around.
But my point is like, in order to try to keep readers, they put some of these random to make them look hip and oh, I'm wearing the tight jeans and I got the corduroy jacket and the cool, like instead of substance, which for me, and you said it best, both of y'all said it best, I don't like her music. But that does not negate the fact that she is a powerhouse singer. I haven't listened to a Celine Dion song willingly in ever. But yet I know she's a great singer. And I think that's where we get like Little Richard. Is there a little bit of a bent on why he's so high? Because he was gender bending and he did crash barriers back in the day. I don't know. I know they mentioned that as part of his little bio. But is that the reason why it's so high? That's where I think you get in trouble. And I think there needs to be a balance. And I think that they just failed on this one.
No, I 100% agree. And you said it better than I could have with, especially in today's climate. Like, there are certain reasons, and we all know why, we all know what they are, why certain artists, like, if this list had come out even 10 years ago, do you think that they would have mentioned Little Richard's gender bending and his the way he broke through that, and he was Ziggy Stardust before Ziggy Stardust, right?
Yeah.
That's if y'all get that reference, good on you. Right, but that's what I mean. You don't get a Ziggy Stardust without a Little Richard.
Yeah.
Right. And
you don't get a New York Dolls without Little Richard. There's a ton of those bands like, you may not even get a Queen and some of these other things without that. So,
but why is that relevant to whether they were a good singer or not?
Yeah.
Right. It's not. And would they have meant being Rolling Stone? Probably so. But would they have mentioned that 10 years ago? It definitely wouldn't have been as big a deal as it is today.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, wherever you fall on that is where you fall on it. But whether I decide to dress in drag and go out and sing or t-shirt and blue jeans, what I wear is not going to affect my vocals.
Yep.
Right?
Lady Gaga. Look at Lady Gaga. She dresses up like meat. She dresses up like she does in A Star Is Born. I don't care. She's a great vocalist. It has nothing to do. It reminds me, I have a good friend of mine who won an award, a Texas Music Award. And she does bluegrass music. She does that kind of rockabilly bluegrass stuff. And she won this award in a category here in Texas. And the headline said, local or Texas lesbian artist wins. And I was like, what does that have to, who cares? Why not just label her lesbian car mechanic, musician from North Texas wins? It's like, dude, I wish they had left that out, because what it does is it takes away from the fact that she won it because she wrote a great batch of songs and she was a great performer and she was doing great things. What is her? I mean, I hope that if I were ever to get an award, it wouldn't be, heterosexual, male singer. It's like, who cares?
Who likes to pee sitting down?
Yeah, well, I do. Man who sits peeing down, or pee sitting down.
Yeah. Well, in today's world, being heterosexual would probably keep you from winning the award.
Yeah, but my point is, regardless of what your political bent is, what does it matter? Like, I remember when I heard guitar players play, I didn't care if it was like Jennifer Batten. Dude, she plays on Dirty Diana. That is a great, she played all the lead lines for all that. Dude, she was killer in that
amazing
stuff. And I didn't care that she was a woman. I had no clue she was a woman. I was like, dude, that is awesome. And then I hear, oh, it's Jennifer Batten, Orianthi played with Michael Jackson. She was great. I didn't care that they were women. I just care, Nita Strauss is a new one. She plays with Alice Cooper. And kind of does her own thing. I just thought they were awesome players. When did it become? Now I understand like having a daughter and being like, hey, Ireland, check out this guitar player. She's a female. She kills it. I'm okay with that, but it's like that shouldn't be the reason why we like it. There's also a merit of just being a great musician. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. So
all by myself. Well, I'll just wrap it up in a nice big bow for everybody listening.
That's what I'm talking about.
For the last, 20 to 30 minutes, Rolling Stone sucks.
Well, it feels good to be back in the saddle and ranting on music. It's been a while.